Hey everybody, how you doing? In this video, this is a question that came up in one of my Google PD sessions I offered for a district, and this is taking a look at creating appointment slots. And within the appointment slots, whether we're working with parents or with students, so in this particular case, this is a music teacher that is trying to create online lessons for their students, but this could be small group work if you are a classroom teacher, or you're trying to set up parent meetings or whatever it might be. Here's a way to create the appointment slots as well as insert a Google Meet link for those appointment slots. So let's take a look at it here. So I'm going to go here to this date here where it's currently empty, and we see a bunch of different options here. And I'm going to go ahead and click this appointment slot here, right here. And what this allows me to do is come up with a title for these appointment slots. So I'm going to call this small group meeting. I'm in my classroom, used to be a social studies teacher, and I've got kids doing small group work, and I need them to schedule a time to meet with me when they are ready to have some sit down conversation and feedback on their work. So I'm going to call this. You could be your band instruction. It could be parent meetings, whatever it is. I have my appointment slot chosen here. I can pick my time. Obviously, I don't want to do 12 a.m., but I'm going to say that I'm going to be available on this day from, we're going to pick 3 to 5, just so you can see that. You can change the slot duration to how long you want. I don't need more than 15 minutes with these students here. And once I have that, I'm just going to go to more options so you can see this here. One of the things that's important is if this is a routine where you're going to do this every day or one day a week or however it is, I could go here to this does not repeat, and I could do a custom setting. You can see I've got some different options here to choose from, so I don't have to go in and manually set this every single week if I don't want to. If I know every Thursday this is the way it's going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and just not keep it repeated. But what I have here then is the name of it, 15-minute duration from 3 to 5, and I also have the hyperlink to the calendar appointment page. So I could go here and just copy this at this point, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. And you're going to see now right here in that date, I've got this 4 square grid small group meeting. And what happens now on my calendar as the educator or the person is I have this blocked out. There's 15-minute appointment slots, and I could go here to this appointment page. And this is the same link I had just copied. So you can see here now from 3 p.m., okay, all the way to 5. And I might have actually made that 5 a.m., didn't I? Holy cow, we got lots of meetings, but it's okay. Um, what we can do here is every 15 minutes, I got these small group instructions. I can copy this link right here. And now if I'm using Google Classroom, I could send this into the Google Classroom and tell my students they need to sign up for one of these slots. I could email them. So if I'm in Classroom here, I can just show you this real quick. So I could post here in the announcement, that, please sign up this week for a small group meeting. I could go here to add. I could go to link. I could paste that in there, and there's a calendar link. I could also then go into people if I wanted to. I'm not going to post that right now. And I could also then just email all the students if I had those in there as well. If you're not using Google Classroom, you would just use your platform regular email if you have a Google group or in Canvas, whatever it might be. All right, so let's switch over. I've got this set up now as the educator. I've got all these slots set up here. And what I'm actually going to do here real quick is just clean this up. I don't need a full day of this, so we're just going to do, there we go. Not quite so messy. Okay, so now let's transition over to what a student would see or a parent, depending on who you sent this out to. Okay, so now I'm the parent, I am the student. This is what I see with the hyperlink. I can see that there are these small group sessions available at 15-minute increments. And if I were to go through and say, okay, I want this one from 3:15 to 3:30, I don't have to fill anything in. It's automatically going to connect it with my calendar and the teacher's calendar, whoever is using it. But I could fill this information in if I want to, but I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. And you're going to see that that slot is now gone. It's disappeared. Okay. And then I can also see now, if I flip back to the teacher page, I now have a specific appointment slot. So here's all the appointment groups, but here's a 3:15 that I know that I actually have a meeting that someone has set up. Now, if I go to my inbox, here's what's going to show up in my inbox. So you can kind of see that as well. Okay, as the student or the parent, I have this invitation right here. So once I select that appointment slot, it's right there for me, and it also shows up on my personal calendar. For the educator or the person that created the appointment slots, you're also going to get an email notification letting you know that someone has signed up for that time slot. And I can see that right there, that I can see that Aaron Maurer has signed up for it. There's emails and all that good stuff. Now, the question becomes, how do I get the Google Meet link in here? And there are two ways. So the first way is the manual way, and probably the way that most of you are going to have to handle this because you're not the IT and maybe your admin may or may not turn on the second option. So I see here, I got this notification that Aaron, the student, has signed up for a session. I can go into this now and I can manually edit this invite. And what I can do now is I can go to add video conferencing and I can choose Google Meet. And it's going to create a specific Google Meet link for this meeting. The only people who are going to get access to that are those on the invite, as I can see over here. And what I would do is I would hit save and I could send an email reminder for them to know that that's in there. And now this link is built right into this calendar invite. So when the time goes, myself and the student or the parent, boom, can click right in. You also can do it by phone if you need to, and we can have that session. Now, if you are someone that's scheduling a lot of these, I would then recommend that you go to your IT, your admin, and they can actually turn on a setting that every time there is a Google event created, that it automatically generates a Google Meet link. And if they turn that on, then as soon as a calendar invite's created, the link is automatically generated. You would not have to manually do that. Now, I don't have that power here on my email account, but you could put in a ticket and talk to your IT and see if that's an option. So I hope you found this helpful. This is how we can create some appointment slots, and then also add the Google Meet if we have to move to virtual, or if you're in a hybrid or trying to do some online interactions or face to face in your own classroom. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know what you think. Let me know what questions you have. The more questions we have, the more videos that come out, the more tips, and the more that we can help support one another. All right, my friends, as always, stay awesome. Peace.